Hi, everyone. It's Diane Sherman with EFTII for you and me. Thanks for joining me today. I want to share with you some information today that I was going through a tapping routine with a client that I've been working with. So she's been noticing the way that she's been interacting with relationships has been not fully of her authentic self. She's been putting on this front. She's been feeling left out of conversations, or like other people are either just ignoring her needs or her wishes, and just finding it exhausting. With that, sometimes with that kind of internal dialogue, just comes this sense of wondering, am I good enough? Am I important enough? Am I good enough to be present for myself with these other people? Do they really want to hear what I have to say? So I do have a lot of clients who experience this kind of internal dialogue, this fear, this wonder about connecting with others, wondering if they can be vulnerable enough to just be themselves and to just show up and interact with their authentic self in a way that doesn't compromise who they are or worry about that internal dialogue. So I thought we would do some tapping on vulnerability, showing up, and finding a way to allow ourselves to be authentic. So, taking responsibility for your own mental health, your own self care, your own ability to just speak truth in your life. Even though right now I'm feeling this way about this relationship, this undervalued interaction, this way that brings around exhaustion. Right here and right now, I am okay. Even though I'm noticing my self-talk is deteriorating, I'm saying, I wonder if I'll ever be good enough. Right here and right now, I know that I am. I know that I can be present for myself. I welcome any of these thoughts that I have going on in my head. And I welcome the opportunity to learn more about myself. Even though I might be worried about this relationship that's very dear to me, right here and right now, I am okay. I'm willing to do my work. I thoroughly and completely accept myself and anyone else who might have contributed or influenced or helped me to learn how to be this way. Let's start with the top of the head. This self-dialogue that I have, this self-pity, this wondering if I'm good enough, this wondering if my needs are getting met, this internal dialogue, this exhaustion, this keeping up a front, this stressful interaction, back of the neck. Maybe they're right. Up to the top of the head. This self-pity, this internal dialogue. Maybe it's okay for me to just relax. Maybe it's just me meeting myself with my stress. Maybe it's just a little discomfort in this relationship. Maybe it's just learning how to do something new. This internal dialogue is sometimes persistent. Sometimes I'm not exactly sure where it comes from. I wonder why I have this internal dialogue. Sometimes it's very loud. And other times I feel like I can manage it and navigate it. I welcome this internal dialogue. Maybe it's something I'm learning about myself. Maybe it's something I've learned from my past. It's okay to let it go a little bit at a time. It's okay to notice that it is with me, maybe for a reason. Maybe it just helps me to be safe and to be cautious. And being cautious and not always diving into everything can be a safe choice. I allow myself to make safe choices. I allow myself the opportunity to embrace all the feelings that I have. I'm willing to look at where this comes from, willing to explore how long it's been with me. And I'm willing to decide if it still needs to remain with me. If I can just let go of part of it, I welcome peace. I welcome peace of mind and the ability to be vulnerable. Okay, take a deep breath in. Breathing it out. Breath work is always the best. Always the best. So I hope you might have noticed any shifting in yourself. If you did, it's important to determine what that measurement is. Maybe you might have felt a little bit more activated, or the risk factor might have been a little bit higher on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the highest. Maybe that risk factor came down a little bit as you became more comfortable with saying out loud what needs to be said. You know, I always love the opportunity to tap around feelings, tap around limiting beliefs, and tap around events that are coming up in our life. I do believe things come up in our life as a purposeful opportunity for us to look at what's in front of us. What can I learn from this? How can I lean into it and embrace it? The more I try to ignore it, the more it stays over here. The more that I just welcome in to look at it, consider if it's valid, and evaluate it, the more I show up in my authentic self. And in my authentic self, I speak truth. So I hope this has been meaningful for you. Thank you for the opportunity to bring this tap along to you. Subscribe to my channel, make an appointment with me, EFTIForYouAndMe.com. I'd love to hear from you and even have the opportunity for you to share this with someone who it might be meaningful for. So until next time, thank you much, and keep tapping. When we change our outcome, we can also change our perspective. Bye for now.